get started with this. Call the Stafford Planning Board meeting for February 2025 to order at about 7:01 p.m. Just a couple of items of order. First of all, the continuation of the public hearing that was originally scheduled for January from the December hearing on the C.E. Crocker application has been postponed at the request of the applicant until the March 26th meeting. So there's no public hearing for that tonight. That's why you didn't see an advertisement in the newspaper. That was done after consultation with our town attorney. So the other thing is Paul Penny is not here, so Lucas is sitting in for him as a full-fledged planning board member tonight. What else we got? Okay, so we'll get right into the regular meeting agenda. First thing is approval of the January 22nd meeting minutes. Hopefully everybody has one. Or read it and memorized it. Any comments, questions, additions?
I wasn't here, so
You can't do your usual.
I can't.
I'll make a
Nothing I
motion, we
can do.
approve the minutes.
I second it.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It is carried.
I abstain.
I abstain.
No, we abstained, that's right. We have Sharon abstaining and Carol abstaining because they weren't here. So that was carried 5-0. Okay, under old business, first item is application by Doug Ehrhart, Wayne Ford for land separation at 5795 Sweetland Road. Separated into two parcels, merge parcel 2 with the adjacent parcel, tax map number 9-1-66. This was here last month, and we had some concerns about the property line going through the middle of the pond. And we have new updated maps, which I think I sent out, but
Yep.
in case I didn't, there's copies for everybody to take a look at. I just need to get them back eventually. So, basically, they've shifted the line so it's 100 feet west of the west edge of the pond for parcel 2. Anything else you want to?
No, that's
Yeah.
it. No, we talked and we thought that was the best way to, figure the whole pond thing out, so, no, it's all good.
Okay.
Does that look good?
Yeah, that looks really good. So, I guess what we need to do, so we need to, the procedure for land separations, we have to accept it as a land separation first. Take a vote on that, and then we can consider a motion to approve the land separation. And if there's any conditions that you think should be added to it. So, someone like to make a motion to accept it?
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Second it.
Who seconded? Mr. Squires. Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried. Okay, now we just need a motion to accept or to approve this. If anybody has any concerns or anything, we can certainly discuss them.
I move that we accept it
Okay,
as a line separation.
I'll second.
approve it. Second by Carol. Any other discussion? No? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that is carried 7-0. Do you have Mylar?
I don't have it with me, but we do have it.
Okay.
Does it have to go to the county or does it come
Yeah.
here? Okay,
The Mylar has to come here, I have to sign it, and then I'll sign some copies.
I can run home and get it if you guys are gonna proceed with the meeting. I didn't think I needed it. But I know.
If you can you just drop it off to the town clerk's office tomorrow morning?
Absolutely, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if
I'll
you
drop
can do that.
it off with Barb.
I can stop by tomorrow night or
Okay.
Friday morning and get
Okay.
it signed, and
And
I've
then,
got I gotta fill out the rest of the bottom part of the application form and sign a bunch of
Can you state
print
I
anyways.
apologize, I didn't
No,
know
no
I
problem,
needed it.
no problem. And then, yeah, then you'll take that up to the county, and we'll give you a little sheet that tells you where you have to go. There's 3 or 4 signatures you have to get at the county,
Okay,
so.
okay, perfect, I
The
will do
last
that
one being the
tomorrow.
town clerk's office. Okay,
Thank you.
very good. Should be all set then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Greg.
Good to see you.
Okay. Next item on our agenda is the application by C.E. Crocker for site plan approval for a storage barn to be constructed on their property at 8610 Route 237. This is for an update. I'm not really sure where we left off with this, but we have had a couple of zoning violation complaints filed. As we indicated, we're having a continuation of the public hearing at the March 26th meeting. So we'll probably be over in the big room for that meeting. We have had the town zoning officer and code enforcement officer and a town board member who did an inspection for the zoning complaint violation notice. I think I sent copies out to all the board members. And it appears that there were some of those complaints were specifically noted. Some of them, he indicated that, the zoning officer indicated that he didn't really observe that specific complaint, but being in the middle of winter with no operations going on over there, it's kind of obvious that, some of those things aren't gonna necessarily show up. So I guess our zoning officer that prepared this report is no longer the town zoning officer?
Resigned.
He resigned? Okay. He was on vacation. We were hoping when he got back from vacation that we would be gearing up to have that cited to Crocker for the violations. Although that's not part of this planning board's function, but it is related to what's going on with the current application. So, at any rate, so I'm not sure. Terry, you have any update on what the town is thinking of doing as far as a replacement, or
Oh, not yet.
not yet? This is a pretty recent development.
Yes, very, like within the last 2 days. And,
Who resigned? Jean?
no,
John.
John.
John, okay. Did he just start?
You just,
Yeah.
Just,
Okay.
at,
Well, he wasn't certified anyways, right? So,
No, he's in training.
He was in training, as they all are.
well, there's no specific certification for a zoning enforcement officer,
No,
it's
not
just the
for
code
zoning.
part of it, he was in training for. Anyways, so what we have, what I pantsed out earlier is a letter that's hot off the press, from Lippis Matthews on, basically, offering some clarification, I guess I would say.
On, clarification on,
On some items that were apparently not clear in the inspection report. Again, this is information, at this point is really just information only. But, you know, feel free to read that at your leisure. So I guess we need to move on with that. Once the town decides what their course of action is. Whether it'll be Gene or, you know, there'll be somebody else that would be taking over for John. But he did identify some definite violations, which, the process is that they then get cited with a request to remedy those violations within a certain time period, and I don't know all the details of that, but our attorney is working closely on that. And that's really all I have to report on that.
We can't make, I mean, obviously, there's gonna be a hearing, but we can't make a decision on the application until the violations
Well,
are.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But we need to finish the public hearing
Right.
in order to finish the seeker process. Make a determination on that, whether it's a negative declaration or a positive declaration.
Okay.
And then depending on which way that goes, it can move on from there.
Okay.
So, right at this point in time, my inkling is that it would be a positive declaration. I'm not sure what the applicant is preparing for submission to the planning board. I would hope it would be some sort of a plan to resolve the issues, but I don't really know at this point.
Can I just make one, excuse me, one clarification, if that's okay?
Sure.
One distinction I wanted to make, the Prince's zoning complaint is separate and apart from Mr. Crocker's application, in that the complaint is for zoning violations based upon the existing buildings.
Right.
So I think, ma'am, you're correct that they have to be resolved before,
Right.
but it doesn't work
pertain to the-
right, it doesn't work the other way, such
Right.
that if Mr. Crocker withdrew his application, that doesn't
Oh, I wasn't
resolve.
implying that.
Right, I know, I understand, I just wanted to make that clarification.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And in the letter that we provided, one of the things we just offered up is some of the things that the zoning enforcement officer said he couldn't view because either there were trees or he didn't have a vantage point. We just offered up, access to Mr. and Mrs. Prince's property, so, you could see some of the items that were identified.
Okay.
before. Thank you.
That's good, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so, moving on to Genesee 5 and 6 solar farm project. That's on the wood property on Batavia Stafford Town Line Road. This is just a progress update. We did get a report in, or the town got a report in, I believe, from Lane Appraisals, who had been hired for the real property impact study. I don't know, Terry, has this been reviewed or discussed at the town board meeting?
No, we did hire a company to do that.
This is the, this is lane appraisals. There's another one that we're on conference call tomorrow with, right? Camoin or something
Come
like
on,
that.
yeah, I'm not sure what it is,
Yeah.
but yes,
They're
that's
supposed to be
tomorrow.
doing the socio-economic
Yes,
study
yes.
of the solar farm. But this was for the, I guess this was for the real estate valuation.
Terry, that came the day after the town board meeting, so they haven't just.
Oh, okay, so the town board hasn't,
Yeah.
I
hasn't
wasn't aware
discussed
of it.
this, yeah, okay. I had a couple of comments that I discussed with the town attorney, cause he sent it to me and said, you know, what do you think? But I'll keep those until we get together. As I mentioned, we're having a conference call with a company that's been hired by the town for doing the social economic impact study. To kind of lay the groundwork as to what we expect to get out of that, what we expect to see, and what we expect them to accomplish. So hopefully, following that, they'll be able to get going. And that can then get moving as well. I have not heard anything from Clark Patterson on any site plan review comments or suggestions. As soon as I get those, I will pass them on to the planning board. Let's see, what else do we got here? Okay, we have no new business. Correspondence, what do I call it? Correspondence, workshops, reports, and general information. Covers everything. Did everybody get their letter from Kristen Seaver, the financial clerk? I'm not sure what that was all about. but-
Did we,
Yeah, do you know what it's about?
I didn't see that.
she's saying
Oh, yes, there was a mistake in the way that the payroll was processed, so.
So we
it's
got
gonna-
double paid?
At one point, so now it's all fixed.
I don't remember.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah.
See it.
Didn't make much of a dent in the bank account.
I was just gonna say, I didn't.
Mm-mm. So she's got it all.
Yeah, but you and I wouldn't have, we weren't
You
here.
were- Yeah, that's right.
Let's see, what's we got here? Oh, you've got my right farm stuff.
Today,
There we are. Has anybody had a chance to take a look at any of that?
I'll be
Right
honest.
to farm.
Right to
I read through all three of them.
I said, let's see Lucas,
Yeah.
his opinion.
I thought the town of York or the town of Covington one had better language in it than the town of Elbow one. I think that gave a little too much, I don't know, in my view, too much protection. It was kind of,
That's
almost.
That's good.
Well, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, they included like farms and agribusinesses or anything almost related to farming, which could be almost anything in the town. Yeah.
Yeah, Casper's.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the town of York, town of Covington ones were more just farm
Farm
producers,
operations, yeah.
not any ancillary,
Right.
businesses that were
Right.
sell something to a farmer.
And I think really that's more, those are more appropriate to the town of Stafford than the Elmo one. I agree with you. If anybody if you wanna write up any comments that you have and get them to me, I can put them together and send them on to the town board. folder here. Okay. Anybody have anything else that they would like to bring up? We have a couple of people that asked to speak. Oh, Jackie and Doug have left, so. Kathy Worthington.
I just have a question. All these reports that you have, like this inspection report that the zoning guy did, and like the fireman's report and stuff, are those all, are we able to see those? I mean, can we get copies of those?
They're all available, I guess, at the town clerk's office, correct?
As long as you feel they're foilable, they're public,
Yeah, I
knowledge.
mean, they're public documents.
Okay.
I'm not sure you have the letter from the fire department, but
Mm-mm.
that's a pretty short one.
We got one.
That's in this, it's in here someplace.
It's like 2 sentences.
I'll dig it
Yeah.
out. It's like 2 sentences long, yeah, it's not much.
The hard copies can't go.
Too important.
My question about this is just from dealing with other things.
Can't hear.
I'm just clarifying or asking something, that if someone comes into the town clerk's office and asks for a document that is considered public record, if they're making copies of it to take out of the building, who's responsible for the cost of the copies? Because I know other counties charge like 10 cents a copy or 20 cents a copy for any documents that leave the building. Do we have anything like that?
Yes,
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
it's 25 cents a
Cents a
copy,
copy.
Okay,
and the applicant pays.
okay, just wanted to make sure that that was known.
It's on the file with us.
Perfect.
I'll dig out that fire department letter and get that to you.
Thank you.
Okay, was that it, Kathy?
Yeah, so it's just a letter from the fire department, it's not the report that, what they inspected or anything?
They
They
didn't
just
do an
did a
inspection, they just looked at the,
Oh,
they
gotcha,
looked at the site plan and made a comment back that they were okay with everything.
gotcha.
Sandy Swanson.
I was going to ask a similar question about the fire department.
Okay.
And
They very short, maybe 2-3 sentences. Not much on it, just basically they looked at the site plan and said that they were okay with the location of the building and its accessibility. So,
thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, anybody got anything else? No? Alright. I guess we can entertain. a
I
motion
move
to
that we
adjourn.
adjourn.
Seconded.
Any other discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That is carried. 7-0. We are adjourned.